The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Tennessee Titans. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here. Here at the 25. Hines, his first carry. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's 2nd and a yard. They go play action with Hurts. Got an open man. It's Foster. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Now it's Hines. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
This is Hines. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. So, CD, you talk about this football team, and some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely. But that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Micah Parsons in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Taking it about the 16. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it'll be Titan football. A first carry here for Kaneng Nwangu. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt, and he'll be brought down right around the 37.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a give running right, Nwangu. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. They go play action here. Mon swings this out for Hunt. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
First down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down, finding room to the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Handoff right side to Nwangu. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Give left side here for Nwangu. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They'll look to run with Nwangu. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Kene Nwangu, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Hines. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifting, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. A 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them. And when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be difficult. But this is a good team, so I'm going to go with 11-5. That seems about right, and I think that'd be a nice accomplishment, too.
41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A carry here for Hunt. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Just shy of the 40. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
Now, I guess I need to clarify. I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Kene Nwangu with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From the 31, Hurts. And this is caught by Watkins. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. Open target. Here is Matthews. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Elliott is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Titans hold the lead and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Yeah, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Mon. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And the football will take over at the 24-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Eagles touchdown. T.J. Logan. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles move back within a couple of the lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. First play's a run with Nwangu. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run with Hunt. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Handoff here to Nwangu. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Another run now for Nwangu. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 81 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On the give is Nwangu. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a give running left is Nwangu. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Here's Mon. They're going for it. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll take this from one 47-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
their fullback try and push the pile. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you're thinking, yeah, the fullback's probably going to get the ball. But when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. Hand it to their big guy to pick up a first down.
Now it's Nwangu.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On the run is Nwangu.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
103 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. A give right side now to Hunt. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt. And he's going to take this close to the first down markers. He stopped at the Eagles' 36.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. If they get nothing else here on 3rd down, it'd be a 53-yard attempt from this spot. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
They'll run for it. It's Nwangu.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
He's been tough for this defense to handle. Over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers. Let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Kene Nwangu
taking it in from the 20, and the Titans have taken the lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that
that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Devin White, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. On the carry, it's Logan. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
Hurts. Left side, caught by Matthews. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. They'll run on 1st down. Logan. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. 47 yards on the ground for him so far.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Here's Hurts to throw. Flush to his right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this when I think that part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it with Hines. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 4th and inches in plus territory. That seemed like a prime spot to go for it.
It certainly did, and there's so many things that go into it. Are you too far away for a field goal, but not far away to punt it? Do you just feel like your offense is better? I just think in today's NFL, offense feels like it has to take care of the football, has to keep the ball, because scoring is up. You better maximize every possession. You trust your offense more than you trust your defense in today's league.
On 2nd and 9, Hurts. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. And the Titans have just about sewn up this football game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll go right back to Nwangu. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory.
A big play that time for the Titans.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A carry here for Hunt. And he goes diving forward to try to get an extra yard or 2. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Tennessee, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year.
And they will head home for next week's contest. That is against Washington.
Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, it's just their 2nd loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.